Hey, so this is the official scrapbook room tour that I promised 7 years ago. Sorry, I've been busy raising kids. Also, I didn't want to do a video until my room was done, and it literally took 7 years to finish this half. And the reason why it got finished is because I am actually moving, which is very sad. Happy but sad. So this space will no longer be mine. The new scrapbook room will be a little bit smaller, and also we built a closet here. Also, it's L-shaped, so it'll be interesting what I come up with, but I'm sure I will make it home and it will be beautiful again, providing I can get these cabinets out. See how close they are to the ceiling? I have to take them apart, so wish me luck. So this is going to be like in-depth. I'll show you how to organize everything, how I do it. This is like the nosy version, so hopefully you guys enjoy. So I'll just start at this corner of the room. So this is how I keep the majority of my die cuts. What this is I bought knife holders from the dollar store. I took extra whiteboard from my Michael's cubes that I bought that I wasn't using the dividers. I glued the knife holders on with E6000, and then they're magnets. So it just holds all the die cuts that I use on the daily, like the ones that I use the most. I really love it. I would love to have like one big magnetic board, but this was during a lockdown, which I didn't have much options, and that's what I came up with. So, and then below it, I have, that's all my colored cardstock that's done by color. That's my bulletin board. Usually it's full of stuff. Like I said, I just sold my house, so it was for showing. Everything's a little bit different because I tried to make it a little bit neater for showing, because it's a lot to look at if you're not a crafter. So usually my sewing machine's not here. I have it out on my island, but that's just tucked in there nicely. So this is Liatorp TV stand from IKEA. I got it secondhand. Most of my furniture is secondhand, except for a few Michael's pieces, which I got that for $26 Canadian. It was on sale, normally 80 or whatever. So I do try to do secondhand so I can get better bang for my buck, sort of thing. So this holds a ton. In here I hold batteries and extra lights for my cabinets and stuff like that. In here I have my Zetter, I have some adhesives and some easy tack and stuff like that. I have glue guns, I have staple guns all in there, my extra ones. Cuttlebug, which I never use. This right now I have my boards for my Vagabond because I didn't want them out on the counter. Usually they're underneath my Vagabond. They're shoved in there for showing. And this is how I keep my embossing folders. So it's this purple thing from IKEA, and you just slide them in. They're easy to slide in and out. It's like made of rubber. They probably don't sell it anymore, but it was really awesome find. I found it at a thrift store. And then I have my oven for my polymer clay. And there's the punches that I use the most. So I can take this whole piece out, put it on my table when I'm doing like a whole bunch of trees or whatever. My laminator. And then those are the die cuts that I don't use very often. I have them in plastic sleeves, and my Tim Holtz die cuts because they're big and heavy. In here I have my Cricut cartridges that I rarely pull out because I use Design Space, and then those are extra pens for it for my old Cricut and wood burning tool. So over here is what I call my mixed media area. I made this chair, I reupholstered it, I painted it, and reupholstered it, and debating to keep the Mickey head or not. It's just tacked on right now. I don't know if I want to sew it on or not. I'm on a Disney kick lately, in case you noticed my layouts. So this is mixed media. This is an IKEA piece. You just buy the tabletop and then you buy different legs for it. I don't think they sell it anymore, which is unfortunate because I'd love to find another one. I'm gonna have to look for used. I love it because it's glass. Ink and paint can get on there. I can scrape it off with a scraper, and when I'm working, if I can put my work underneath and it won't get ink or paint on it. So I'm gonna go through all the drawers so we can be nosy. So I have all my inks in there. These are very deep drawers, very deep. So some things kind of get hidden in the back a little bit. I mean, you can still see it, but that's how far back it goes. All my distress inks. Those are all my Glimmer Mists. this is kind of messy right now, but I just took poster board to do dividers. I'm gonna have to do a better job and make them tight so they're not crooked like that. But I do that by color, a lot easier because you can't see what's going on here, so I don't want to like go through all of them to find a yellow one or whatnot. It's a lot easier this way. That is a box that I do my glitter mist in, and then I use these trays for glitter. And then down here is my larger border die cuts. Here, underneath, is my Halloween stuff. So I have all my stickers, which is a lot. I buy a lot on sale. Well, I only buy on sale. So that's all stickers. And then I'll have like ribbon, and I keep all my embellishments like in these little jars that I got from the dollar store. All my brads and stuff. And then paper down below. And then over here, another Michael's paper thing. It's kind of miscellaneous right now. I don't have, it's empty. I'm sure I will get more paper and fill it up. So I have to pull this out because I don't use this corner very often. In here I have like my chalks. This is for painting, keeps the paint wet. I have chalks in here. I have my Angelus paint. More's upstairs because I'm using it right now. This is my acrylic paints, my polymer clay. I think I have, yeah, it's like extra stuff on my polymer clay tools. And then this is all extra paint or extra glue and tape. And I have these two cubbies. That's where I keep my books, all my finished books. I'm not going to have that in the new place. So I'm going to have to come up with something else. That was just kind of makeshift put together. This is a filing cabinet from Michael's, one of the cubes. I love it. I keep all my drawing paper in there and stuff. And the spinners from Michael's. People either love it or they hate it. I adore mine. I have two. It holds everything. So all my painting tools, all my colored pencils, my watercolor pencils, my paintbrushes, my 1980 scissors that I really only use like 2 of them. I should probably throw them out. And then we have these guys. These guys are from Michael's as well. I did buy those brand new. And we can just have a little peek at what I have. So I have airbrush for my Copics. This is like Spectrum Noir, I think it is. Not Copic markers, alcohol inks. I don't like them as much, the brushes. This is my spinner that I got for my inks. My Copic markers, which I adore. Very expensive, but I adore them. And then we have embossing powders, different glues, my Flower Soft, my Perfect Pearls, and then different mediums, flocking stuff, and my gesso and stuff like that. And then this is my magnifying lamp with a light. I use this is cast iron. I use him to hold my heating tool right there. And what else? Oh, we didn't do these drawers. So in here, oh, this is a mess because I hid everything for showing. I looked at that. So this is just my my stays on, like my heavy duty inks. Normally this stuff is not in here. And then I keep my tools, my blocks and everything in there. My stuff for alcohol inks. This is my pretty drawer, my glitter, all my glitter. And then that is my, oh gosh, what are they called? Stickles. Extra alcohol inks. And then I have like a puffy 3D paint and stained glass paints. And then this is all my extra Copics. That's a mess. And my refills. Refills, and those are doubles, those are triples that are in there. Because I buy Copic markers used, and you end up with a lot of the same. Okay, so bear with me. Let's put this back. It's like Jenga down here. Alright, so I'll start with here. So my desk, my island, is 3 IKEA desktops and 3 Expedites. They're called Calyx now. The Expedites, I do believe, are just a little bit thicker maybe on the edges. The Calyx is the new ones they came out with. So 3 of those hold up. Maybe I can show you this way. Yeah. 3 like that. I'm going to get new desktops because I had to share this this room with my husband when he was working, and my husband and my son have destroyed my area. They destroyed my desk with scratches, and I'll show you when I get there. So right here, this is how I store my paper. So I'd love to have hard boxes. These are called Drona. They're fabric with reinforced with cardboard. Not my favorite. They do get dirty. They do get misshapen from me yanking on them. But this box happens to be really full. But this is how I keep my paper. I do like all my polka dots together, all my gingham together. I have a girl box, a boy box, a Disney box. I do different themes, and then I do it by color. So that's all paper. And then this, I love this. I think IKEA still sells this. This table expands on this side like that. It's a huge workspace, and then it'll also expand on the other side here. So normally I would have this table up, and my sewing machine is on it, and my Cricut on this side here. So sewing machine there, Cricut here. But for showing purposes, I wanted the room to look as big as possible, and I had to put it away. So this holds all my sewing stuff and a few other bits and doodads there. I love this thing. It's small, it doesn't take up a lot of room, and if I need more room, I can have it. That's my chair that I found at a thrift store, and my new up pillow, which I adore. And then down here, in here is all my Christmas paper. So this is why I really like this setup, because it makes like little cubbies that I can put things in and kind of hide them. I keep my ironing board there as well. My scissors. This is where I mainly work, right here. So I have this long Alex that's on wheels, and I can pull this out, and this is also works as for my workspace. I can make bigger workspace. I keep my cutter on there, all my pens and my artist markers, like my Copics and my just markers, all different things in there. And then that's where I keep my scrap paper when I'm working. I'll just throw it in there because I know what I've worked on recently and I know what to look for, or if I've abandoned a project. Like there's quite a few, let's see, abandoned projects in here. That's for a Wally page that I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go back to that. So that's ear stuff. When I make my Disney ears, this is where I keep all my bling because I use a lot of bling. So I just have it organized by what it is. I can find it easy, and same with that. This is all organized by color, the little piece of bling. And then down below is where I keep my Tear Bear stuff. So my mulberry paper, etc. So this, I usually have it out, but I just put it in for the video. Down here, I have my black and white cardstock because I use that the most. And then, oh wow, I have my flowers in there. So that's all my Prima flowers. And then in here, I use my scrap black and white paper. I always ink my edges so that I just have readily available. And then I have some real looking paper and some vintage stuff in there. This is always floating around in my room. So this is a Michael's paper holder, but it was missing a shelf. I bought this secondhand, and I bought this at Michael's for like $12, this little divider. And this, so I shoved it in there, fits perfect. And I keep my glue sticks, glue gun, scissors, extra adhesive. I use these to clamp down when I'm making like books, or if I have an embellishment that I want to hold on the page while I walk away. These work great. And then I have my little clamps for stuff that I use quite often. And then also, I keep my, oh gosh, I forget what this is called. You guys know what it's called, Crocodile, there it is. And then I have my score tool there. I keep a ruler here, and I have material there right now because I was making masks. And then here is this organizer, the spin organizer. I adore it. The only complaint that a lot of people have, it's very deep. So I've put paper towel down in there so things stick up more. But this holds everything that I need, like everything. I love it. Like this, if I had to pick one thing to keep in my scrapbook room, it would be the spinner because it holds everything. Those are the 1980 scissors that I use. I still use the scalloped edge. But yeah, it holds everything. I love it. And it's got these little drawers. I don't even know what's in here. I got erasers in here, pieces of chalk, etc. And then you can put little pictures on it too. I really love it. All right. So around here, that's just the other side. These are dividers you can buy from IKEA. I do believe it is in Canada only. They're $25. They're cool. Like, I don't mind having these ones, but they don't hold a ton of, I just don't like storing my paper like that. I don't mind doing a few things, but that's just my opinion. This holds more paper now. These were beautifully white, and this is why I want to go to something dark. I had the computer sitting here for a while my kids were doing homework and stuff, and that's from their feet and their clothes, and they've made a mess there. So I need to get new boxes because that's just gross. Oh, and this is an Alex desk. I just have it sitting here. It holds, if I'm working on a project, I can put the stuff in there. Right now it has math stuff, and then I keep the computer up there. And I just bring down the keyboard when I need it. Game changer having my computer down here. And then this side, I have this if I need, because I used to have my sewing machine here, so I put my pins all in there. That's a cork board I made. My happy place. And then I have these door things here. This is where my daughter's scrapbooking stuff is. And this is some specialty printing paper I keep in there. So canvas, the transparency paper you can print on. And this is all my Christmas stuff. So those are all my stickers, all my brads and little pieces and stuff. Oh, that's a horrible sound. I won't open up any more drawers. And then I have my larger Cricut mats and my smaller ones behind because my Cricut used to sit right here, but it doesn't anymore. I have to say goodbye to that light. That was my dream light that I picked out long before I had a scrapbook room, and now it's sold, so just having a moment there. So normally this is another Expedite on wheels. Normally this piece houses my dollhouse. I have a very large dollhouse. It's bigger than this. But for showing purposes, that just looks kind of creepy and weird. So I have it stored away, and I made like this little center here. Normally my Cricut's not here, it's over where I actually work, but it looked cute there. So this holds all my ear stuff. There's some dollhouse stuff in here. And then these drawers I actually usually have on my desk, but these just hold all my extra punches, staples, all my Martha Stewart punches that I don't use as often. I still use these very often, but just not as often. This is from IKEA as well, like a little drawer insert. I like these ones. This is the older one. You would build the unit and slide it in. Now you have to like screw it into the actual piece. I don't like that because I can switch these around very easily. Same with these inserts. I can switch them around very easily. Here is all my material. That's where I hold it all. I have a ton of material. I don't think this Expedite is going to make the move. It's very unstable. That's the thing that sucks with IKEA furniture. It doesn't always make the move, so I might have to come up with a different storage idea for that. Over here, this is kind of a mess because I'm cleaning it out to move, but this is where I keep my specialty papers. So all my sparkly paper, foil, my textured felt. Normally this has some scrapbook framed pages in it, but I took them down because I didn't want them looking at my work. And then we'll move on to cabinets. So, oh, there's my messy hair. So, these tops are not what I normally would have, again, for showing. Normally I have a whole bunch of Disney stuff up there or my work. I took it all down. So please ignore the tops. Those will change. This won't change. All these going along here, those are all stickers for the most part. That's how I store my stickers. I'll explain it as I go through. Here is all my Tim Holtz hardware, and then I like collect broken jewelry and stuff like that, and all this kind of stuff. These are little trays I found at a thrift store that I use for it. Those are my ears that I'm working on. How I store my ribbon, I'll show you on the other side. And then this is projects that I'm working on and my photos. And then down here is a whole bunch of ribbon that's still on the roll. This cabinet has no light. Something has happened. The transformer looked a little burnt, so we unplugged it. We're not using it. I plan on getting new lights when I move. These lights are expensive to replace the light bulbs and they heat up. So I want like an LED that stays cool. As you can see, like I take, not on this one, but sometimes I don't have the lights on certain ones. Once they burnt out, I left them because I didn't want it heating up my items. So, but anyways, I will get new lights and I'll do a tour of the new room eventually, hopefully within 7 years. So these are more little, I don't know, doodads, little things that I can use. I find them. This is like a Disney tile that I have. So my daughter had a dress that didn't make it, and I took the piece off the center. You know, us scrapbooking people, we just kind of hold on to everything. Got my little bottles back there. These are more of my chunky charms, the glass ones, that type. The more expensive ones, I got them all for like 80 cents a piece, but they're normally like $10 a piece. And this is how I do my ribbons. So I have these are canvas pieces, like for painting, so they're really hard. And I just wrap the ribbon. I do it with color or type of ribbon that it is. And then I keep it in these photo boxes that I got from Michaels. I find it really easy. If I know I'm looking for blue ribbon, you know, I know to go here, find the blue, whatever. That one's the messy box, but you get the idea. Down here is all my little metal charms that if you look back at my videos, I did a giveaway once for them, but they're all just those, not nice charms, just like silver charms. And then I've labeled them all. And then down there is my like starter kits for minis if I want. I don't use them that often. And then I have chunkier charms and some broken jewelry that I have. That's kind of my miscellaneous. I don't know where to put shelf. This is from Michaels. I don't recommend them. They're like rip-off Alex drawers. And they're not even that much cheaper. They're a little bit cheaper. I got them on sale. They're like $26. Everything was $26. So this holds like extra ear stuff that I have. Technically I could clear them all out and they'd all be empty. I do have places for that stuff. So I don't know. I'll have to come up with something. I'm sure I'll get more stuff over the years. Oh, and here is a little pocket door. I love this because back here I have a whole bunch of, these are all shelves going along, and I kept all my memorabilia on there. So I had all my photos, you know how we keep stuff from like when our kids are little or go on a trip or whatever. That was all there, and all their schoolwork and stuff like that, but I've already packed all that. So goodbye pocket door, I'll miss you. And there's another opening here, so I didn't have to worry about going in that way. So this cabinet, again, ignore the top, all stickers. Even these glass jars are not set up how they normally would be because I had to spread them out. I had a whole cabinet full of my work. I took that all down and spread out the jars. Every jar that I get, like this type, I get secondhand at the thrift store. These types are from the dollar store. So those are like my miscellaneous stuff. There's no real theme to it. And then down here is all my dress it up buttons. So I've labeled them all. These are all Mickey stuff. That's some Disney stuff. All dress it up buttons for the most part. A few Prima things. These are from the dollar store. And then those are all my borders and my 6 or 8 by 8 paper pads. All my letters that are 3D are in there, and those are all my letters in there. My chipboard letters and stuff like that. Those are the Michaels cubes. They fit perfect in the Liatorps. These are all Liatorps, these cabinets that I found secondhand for $100 each. Someone had all 6 of them. They were rich. I am not. And it was a good score. It was my Christmas present one year. Had to rent a U-Haul to bring them home. So again, stickers. How I do it is I just wrote messy. I'd like to do like actually nice labeling, but I just wrote messy on the side so I know. See, very messy. But yeah, so it's all done by theme. Very, very full. This more flowers. Again, all these jars, secondhand. That type is dollar store. This is a cool solution, like organization. So these are from the dollar store, these containers. I haven't been able to find the small ones in years, but they brought back the big ones. And then these are Lazy Susans. So, oops. So I can This one doesn't want to spin because it's getting stuck on something. So I can see exactly what I have very, very easily. Everything's in glass jars. That's kind of the idea I had, that I'm able to see everything I own so I don't forget and actually use it. These are all sands and like texture pieces and rocks. And then I don't know what's in there. Clearly stuff I don't use very often. I think my broads and stuff are in there. Those are all leaves, like just separate leaves. And then, oh gosh, those are all like fasteners. Those are all corners. Those are my skeletons. And those are my lights for my light up pages. So that's what the lights look like. If you happen to see a light up page, just that. Very thin battery pack. So it doesn't really make your book too chunky. So those are the Michaels cubes, and then dollar store plastic containers. And then this one, same thing, crap up here, not how it normally is. Stickers, more flowers, more flowers. Down here is where I keep all my, oh my gosh, I'm having a moment. What are they called? Tags and stuff like that? There we go. Tags. As you can see, I don't have the lights on because it's really close to the lights and those lights get hot. So until I change those lights, I will not be replacing those light bulbs. And then these are just extra tags I have. Have some felt in there. That's all my like vintage pieces. I've done it all by theme. I put them in baggies so I can, it's still a pain in the butt to go through. I would love to have something easier, but that's my solution for now. These pieces are from the cubes of Michaels, but I've taken them out and used them separately. And then, I don't even know what's down here. Oh, we have frames. We have more tags. I think these are all tags. Yeah, oh, envelopes. And those types of tags, like shipping tags. And then my last cabinet, I have this chair, I don't go in here very often. My last cabinet used to have all my work in it and all my pieces from when I was little, like from my childhood. So I don't want to have that stuff around the house. So I put it down here so I can still enjoy it and no one else has to look at it. So I did take these jars from over there and spread them out so it was filled. This is how I keep my stamps. Excuse me. So I do plan on redoing this. It's kind of messy. I did this by hand with a marker. So let me see if I can grab one. It's hard with one hand, so bear with me. Actually, let's go over here. So I took all my stamps, all the kits apart. I cut my stamps up. It was scary to do. It was a big job. I have these plastic things I got from the dollar store, dividers, and I now have done themes. So like this guy came from a separate set, but he's a bird, so I've put him in with all the animals. I've cut them all. I have a word one, so I have all the words with happy birthday together, all the words. Let me show you, because actually that has been life-changing. I wasn't using my stamps because they were in these, but all together. So now, as you can see, I have it all themed. So this would be like a card that I send someone. All the words are together. These are all from different sets. And I took Shrinky Dink paper, and that's what they're sitting on, because Shrinky Dink paper is a bit more stiff, and it holds nicely. So Shrinky Dink paper sitting inside these dividers in a binder. And I simply can go through and find exactly what I'm looking for a lot faster than having, 200 different sets and going, oh, where was that word memories? I know to look. There's a memory section, right? So that has been life-changing. Very, very happy with that. I think that's everything. I covered everything. So, yeah, I'm so sorry that it took so long, and I'm so sad that this is the end. So I figured I better get a video in before I move, and then I'll probably be doing videos of how I'm setting up my scrapbook room. Like, I'm going right down to concrete floors. So maybe when I get the flooring in, I'll do a quick little update on how everything's going and keep you guys informed, because it's fun to look at other people's spaces and get ideas how to organize. I've gotten lots of ideas from other people and I appreciate it, and I like to do the same. So But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Again, thanks for being patient, and we'll be having more videos up soon. Thanks.